Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut. And hope you like this video. This is the channel for Mets fans. If you're big on the Mets, you want to see the Mets win a World Series, this is the channel you want to sub to. I will point out that I do tell people what I think. So if we disagree, write to me. I'm fine with it. But just so you know, I kind of go against the grain. I go with what goes on up in this very tiny brain of mine with all the years of watching a lot of games like you have as well. But here we go. We're going to talk about Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He has been posted by the Oryx Buffaloes of the Nippon Japanese Baseball League, and he is now free to talk to teams. The word is that he's going to be meeting with teams, and one of those teams will be our favorite team, America's team, the New York Mets. And I call them America's team, quite frankly, because so many people know about the Mets' struggles. All the fans of other teams all talk about them. All talk about our favorite team. So they all know about our struggles, and they live with it. But Yamamoto has been the best pitcher in Japan. The amazing thing about him is that he's 5 to 6 years younger than most of the average major leaguers who are now a free agent. He's 25 years old. So 25 years old, he has done some work, and this past year was just as good as it's ever been. In 23 game starts, he pitched 164 innings, 169 strikeouts, a record of 16-6, and an ERA of 1.21 with 28 walks. WHIP is 0.884. So some awesome numbers for somebody who's considered to be the best pitcher in Japan. And I would mention, he throws a forkball. All Japanese pitchers throw the forkball. A lot of it goes back to Hideo Nomo and his influence on the culture there. Kodai Senga throws, the forkball. But I guess, just from reading things, Yamamoto's his pitches are actually considered, especially his forkball, split or whatever it is considered to be a better pitch than the ghost fork. So that is... it's very interesting, and it's his put-out pitch. It's the pitch that gets batters out on. Now, he has been dominating Japan since he came up. In almost 1,000 innings, he has an ERA of 1.72. And he dominated in the Japanese, World Series, quote-unquote. And in his final game, with the Oryx Buffaloes down 3-2, he pitched a complete game shutout, and struck out, 14 batters, 15 batters. He was dominant. So he has 2 no-hitters in Japan, and he had one back on September 9th in front of the Yankees, in front of the Mets, and quite a few other teams that were scouting him that day and that night. We mentioned that the Yankees general manager, Brian Cashman, and one of his assistants, Omar Minaya, the former general manager of the Mets, were in the house watching, and the Mets were, like I said, too. Now, the Mets are going to meet with him. The rumor is that they're going to meet with him sometime in December. Teams have 45 days to sign him. So he was posted on Monday. 45 days after that, the teams can sign him. But like I said, the word is that he's going to start meeting teams sometime in the beginning of December, which next week is December. Obviously, next Friday is December 1st. So it's going to happen pretty quick. And as you know, December 4th is the beginning of the winter meeting. So I believe we'll get a pretty quick resolution on him, but we'll talk a lot about him here. This guy will transform your rotation. Okay? He's the best pitcher in his country. He's probably one of the best pitchers probably in baseball. And honestly, any team he goes to, he will be an ace. So having him on this Mets team, and this Mets team is desperate and absolutely desperate for pitching. We saw how bad the Mets starting rotation was last year, how they were constantly giving up runs in the first inning, constantly walking batters, constantly giving up home runs. Hopefully with the new management here, and I would point out the Mets are going to be very, very active just overall. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of big names. Yamamoto seems to be the only big name right now that we're hearing about that the Mets are really in on. But they're going to be extremely active because they have, out of the 40-man roster, they have 12 open spots. So we have 12 guys that aren't here there aren't other teams or free agents that will be here. Also, I would mention that David Stearns, one of the things he's done is he's gotten rid of a lot of minor league players. So the Mets are going to be extremely active, bringing in a lot of minor league talent into this organization that he wants here. So he's gotten rid of a lot of dead weight. But the number one thing this team has to do, not only bringing in pitching with the top part of the market, it's also bringing in guys that can fill out the middle of this rotation. Because really the Mets only have 2 starters in this rotation. They got Kodai Senga and Jose Quintana, and that is it. I don't have any trust in the number 4 or 5 stars the Mets have at this point. I like Lucchesi, but we need to see more. He has to stay healthy. McGill is not a lot of faith there for me, and obviously with David Peterson going to be out until the middle of next year with his hip problem, who knows what's going to happen with him? But so the Mets have a lot of work to do in terms of improving the pitching on this team and in this organization. Now, they have a lot of pitching talent in the minor leagues. There might be 2 or 3 guys that could be elite guys. That is yet to be determined. I would mention I have a channel called The Prospect Hut where I talk about Mets prospects pretty much exclusively. So you need to go there. I'll put the link in the description, and I talk about a lot of the players there. But what I do is I just give you information from articles because I haven't seen these players. I'm not going to give you any of my sense of who these players are. So I haven't seen them. If I see them, I'll tell you what I think. But I'll just give you the information. You leave it up to yourselves whether you want to attach yourself to a player or not, or if you want to believe in a player or not. But I'll put the Prospect Hut link in the description of this video. I'm trying to get that channel finally monetized. That's been a joy to do, and it's been a bit of a surprise, quite frankly. So we're getting awfully close to 1,000. But to go back to Yamamoto, he is a key player for the Mets because they don't have to give any draft picks. It's all money. It's just a matter of schmoozing him into signing here with the Mets. That's what it comes down to. Now, I would mention that the Mets don't have Billy Epler, and Billy Epler was very integral in bringing Kodai Senga here, and obviously he's the guy that brought in Shohei Ohtani from Japan to pitch with the Angels for the last and hit for the Angels the last 6 years. So that is a issue that's an unknown. So I don't know how David Stearns is, how he's going to be able to deal with this situation. That we're going to learn this about him. But he does have a great reputation in baseball, and we're very happy that he's here. So hopefully he'll bring some stability to this organization because we've had a lot of general managers in here and a lot of pitchers and a lot of managers here the last 6 years. We had 6 managers and 6 general managers over the last 6-7 years. That is not going to do. That's not great for the stability of your franchise. So, but you let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about Yamamoto. You think he's coming here to the Mets? And if you think that, subscribe to the Baseball Hut. And thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.